Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Comics with Cliff with today's special guest, DJ LINX. Let's get started.
What's up?
What's up? So this morning in my Superman mug, I am drinking a premium Green Mountain light blend to soften my mood.
Oh, you got that gourmet shit. You like Jimmy from Pulp Fiction.
Not
I
only
expected the regular stuff, but you hit us with that gourmet shit.
No, I had to go gourmet because I have such a special guest today. I have to pull it all out, you know? Coffee wise.
Oh, okay. I was gonna file a complaint, sir.
Yeah. Oh, okay. First of all, if y'all think this is a family-friendly, family-safe show, you better run. I mean, I really like the view time, but if there are children, either they are desensitized or you must banish them. You know, because it could get. We already said gourmet shit. It's already happening. The F-bomb. I'm gonna loosen up. There's some Bailey's Irish cream in here. It's gonna get.
There is. Oh shit. Yeah. No offense to family-friendly comic. I mean content. I always try to be I always try to be on my best behavior, but sometimes a fuck or shit slip out, especially when you're engaged in such fantastic conversation with your buds and you're like,
I think it's funny. And there's certain people in my life who are just so turned off whenever I curse, and I'm like, am I really that sweet and innocent? Like, my Lord.
It's funny because I tend to use a lot of swear words. Mrs. LINX is worse than me. So the other day we were playing this game. It's like a couples game, right? Nothing freaky deaky, but it's just like getting to know each other better, we did it and both of our answers matched for everything. And one of them was just like, who curses more? And I was just like, me. She was like, no, me. And then it's funny. So since then, like, I've been paying attention and everything. She's just like, she just swears up a storm. So she came home from work and I was just like, hey babe, like, how was your day? Fuck you. And just, I was like, no, I'm just kidding. But
that's incredible. Wait a second. Hold on. Now I understand the shirts. Wait, why are we understanding the shirt? What happened here?
I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt because yesterday I did call. I was just like, Cliff, that's a very homosexual shirt, sir.
And then I was like, my Hawaiian shirts?
Yeah, I was just joking. And then I was just like, you know what? I am an ally of the LGBTQA plus ZFPL, whatever. I am an ally.
Leave it at LGBTQIA plus and you're safe. Even at Q plus, I'll forgive you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I want to get all the letters correct. So normally I
recite the alphabet all day if you try to get all the letters correct. Yeah. And and I try to tell people when they're like, you should know. I was like, I am not getting any younger, and I support whatever anybody wants to be. So that's all that really matters, is I'm out there doing the work.
Exactly. And last night I was talking to a friend and I, said about the community and I started saying the letters and he was just like, hey, you forgot the upside down Z. And I was like, what? What's the upside down Z?
Yeah, no, I don't even know. Okay. We got lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, trans, queer, questioning, intersex, asexual, agender, and two-spirit, and then the plus sign to get everyone else after that. But really, I mean, honestly, once we hit QIA, we're doing okay.
What I would find offensive, right? Because you got the LGBTQIA plus. If I was in the plus,
yes,
I would feel marginalized. It's just like, why do I get a plus?
Exactly. So a lot of people in the plus are like, really? So I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best.
That's like on the form where it says Caucasian American, African American, Hispanic American, other.
Yeah.
Other. It's like,
I feel like, well, I guess I'm other. Thanks, everybody.
I don't want to be an other. So everyone, others that are out there, respect your pluses. You guys are in the same boat. Yeah. Oh man, this is some good shit too. I'm drinking some Abuelita Mexican chocolate, hot chocolate.
So Two-Spirit comes from Native American culture, where usually someone identified outside of the heterosexual realm, right? And that's where Two-Spirit comes from. And I am generalizing, and you should
Two-Spirit.
Google it, but I am giving you the heads up.
This is Two-Spirit.
It's from Native American culture.
I identify as a falcon, as a murder falcon to be specific.
I barely heard that. What is happening with your mic?
Am I cutting out?
Mm-hmm. But you're not freezing, which is important.
All right, so I'm gonna forego these headphones then.
All right. Yeah, let's not put that in.
What about us? What's up? What about now? Better?
Yeah, great. Very
All
good.
right, it's the headphones. I don't think I charged them yesterday. So let me shut off this air conditioner so you don't hear the air con blowing.
Air con blowing.
Oh man, Two-Spirits. I've never heard of that. Oh, so that's like Haunt from Spawn. It's two spirits occupying his body. It's his dead brother, Kurt, and then it's him. A
Yeah.
Spawn reference. That should make Durz's day. Good morning, Dave.
There you go. My goodness. My goodness. And why do I wish I had, you know what? I wish I had come up with this idea sooner, because I want to just do this and like whatever. All right. So next time it's gonna be more presentable. But for now, we're gonna play Rate It or Hate It.
Rate it or hate it. Now these are, just to be clear, these are comic books, right?
Yeah, of course they're comic books.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's okay. This is a safe place for you.
And when you bring up from Army Hammer,
Yes. So
and all the cannibals.
this is from 4 years ago. Venom #3, the third printing. Surprisingly, didn't take a hard hit, even though there's been no momentum on this dude with Null. So here's how it goes: either you hate it or we rate it.
Okay.
And you let me know.
With a T, you said rate it, right?
Yeah, rate it. Rate it. Like, this is a rating system, a rating game.
I gotcha. I just want to make sure there was a T and not a P in there. Do I go first?
Not my OnlyFans. Stop it.
Do I go first? Rate it. I do not hate this, but this is a conundrum for me, because this is the first time in getting back into the hobby that this has happened. And this is a third printing, and the character, it's listed as his first appearance, whatever, and this is more valuable than the first printing. A third printing is not the first appearance if it came down the line months later.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how this is more valuable than the first printing, aside from Null being on the cover. Like and it's not a ghost book. Like there are as many of these as the first printing. Like I understand if a third printing is like a super limited print run. I actually dig this book. I think Null is probably one of the best bads to come out in a long time. He was presented really well in the first issue of King of Black, and then that fell apart. Was presented really well in this Venom story arc. He has staying power. I think Null is going to be around for a long time. I actually rate it. Yeah, rate it. I actually have it. What would I rate this on a scale of what? What's our
10? 1 to 10.
1 to 10. What are we rating it on? What are the parameters?
Oh, okay. The main parameter is for like collectability. Like, is this something you want to have in the collection, or really there's no specific value to it? Let's hate it. And well, actually no, because that's if you hate it, you're not rating it at all. So the rating system, we're gonna go with like for instance, a 6. I would pick one up if I found it for the right price. A 7, this looks like something good for the collection. A 9, yes, I would invest in this and want to have it in my collection and maybe even flip it someday.
Gotcha. Oh, thank you for explaining that. I would say for me, I would give it a 10, right? So this is one of the books when I first...
Ooh, for a third printing!
For a third printing, I think this is he's a great character. I'm all about the bad guys. And like Thanos is my favorite character. There are some awesome I love Doctor Doom. I loved Kang before Jonathan Majors, and Jonathan Majors made it hard to be a Kang fan after everything that happened. I was one of the few, because if people said, yo, they liked Kang, bullshit, bro. You hated Kang. That's like people that say, hey, I like Ant-Man. No, you didn't. Sorry.
Listen, I like his Kang. I'm every day I'm praying that he's in some kind of recovery place, planning his apology tour. You know, like every day I'm praying on.
But no, absolutely. He's a fantastic actor, and he's a fantastic runner.
He's a fantastic everything.
Yeah, I'll give this a 10. This is one of the first books when I found out that Null was like this big bad, and when I read Venom, immediately, because I had the trades, I went out and I got this book, and then that's when the quandary of third printing and being more valuable than the first printing was whatever. I actually really dig this for the character, for his first cover appearance. I'll give this a 10, man. I think you should pick it up at the right price. No, obviously, for any book, I'm going to go out and say, pick it up for the right price. Don't ever over.
Right, but 10 means that you have enough faith in it that you would hold on to it as an investment as well.
So for me, this wouldn't be an investment, is because I really like the character. So this wouldn't be a flip down the line unless I had to liquidate stuff in order to get some cheddar cheese. But for me, this is a 10 because I'm going to grab it, put it in the PC, and it's going to stay there. And I really dig the art and the story that was in Venom around this time. The story was fantastic, the way they introduced this dude.
All right, very good. I'm giving it a 6. Now I'm only giving it a 6 because I will pick it up if the price was really good. Number one. Number two, if I'm going to pick it up, I'm probably going to go gunning for first print.
Which is a beautiful cover in and of itself with Miles.
Right, it's a beautiful cover, exactly. So, like, actually, those are really my two. This is third, like, it's third printing, and I believe it's a little bit overpriced.
Legion says Amanda Waller.
No. We don't say that name here.
No. I agree, Mark. I try to look at it. I try not to compare like villains and stuff like that. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like Marvel, it takes a lot for them to create a character that sticks, right? So you got the whole right now in the Blood Hunt stuff, the Blood Coven, right? And those characters are going to be around for like 2 weeks. They have no staying power. Like the Shroud. The Shroud has no staying power.
You don't know that yet, do you? You don't know that yet.
I think Null will be in the next 30 years. Null will still be around,
and Shroud might actually take off. We've had lots of characters have a resurgence. You know, not all of them successful. Let's be clear. Speaking of unsuccessful character resurgence, we got Annihilation Conquest Wraith number 1.
Jesus Christ.
Its values have plummeted. Rate it or hate it.
Hated it.
I'm going to have to agree. They implied that there would be something special about this character and then did absolutely nothing.
Yeah. The story was dope, though. The story was really dope. And then the Venom's Web, was it called? Wraith? That was really good as well. Yeah, this is...
And then they dropped the ball too hard.
Yeah, this is...
Here's one that I think you'll feel special about.
Incredible Hulk 340. Big shout out to Adrian APM. I purchased my Incredible Hulk 340 off of him a couple of years ago. Love it. I rated 10 all day. 10. Classic cover. 2 iconic characters. Iconic artists. Like everything is working specifically for this cover. I'll be honest, I don't even remember the story like that. This is one of those books that the cover is just holds more weight than the actual story.
Trev is already given it an 11. It's his favorite cover.
Yeah, this is it is your favorite cover? Apparently. Can I show you my my Ryan G. Brown art since we're talking about that?
Oh, I guess we're doing that.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait.
Shit.
Sorry.
Oh.
Hold on. Why won't... Wait, hold on. I'm gonna get this right. It's gonna happen.
Yo, did you even stream, bruh? No, since we're talking about Incredible Hulk 340, and I had this right here. I was showing it to Cliff backstage. We have a mutual acquaintance in common, Ryan G. Brown, not to be confused with Ryan P. Brown, who still owes me a book of food stamps from 1986. This is a gorgeous print, but the remark of my logo right here, that's actual art put in the claws. So big shout out to Ryan Brown. I got to get this frame. I got a bunch of stuff that I got to get framed. But.
I want one of those from him, but the person I want reflected in the clause is Timberwolf from Legion of Superheroes.
And he told you, no, I'm not doing that shit?
No, he said he'll absolutely do it as soon as I pay him. And also, the reason I want it to be Timberwolf is because Timberwolf came first. Never forget.
Came first, what do you mean?
And that said...
I don't even know who the hell Timberwolf is.
He's Wolverine before we got Wolverine, except he's in Legion of Superheroes.
Oh, is this truth?
Yeah, it is.
Timberwolf?
Yeah, Timberwolf.
Oh, snap.
Also known as Lone Wolf. All right, so obviously we're going to rate it, right?
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This
10
is
all day. Yeah. It's a great book to come across. It's clearly an investment book. It's a great book to have in your collection. It's all the stars. Oh my God, Dracula is savage. He's the gay Wolverine. Not once has he been gay. Maybe a little bit bi during the Keith Giffen era, but not once has he been gay. Stop it, Drac.
I mean, our X-Men 97 Wolverine is now the gay Wolverine, so he hijacked that. So
no, he is the bi Wolverine, which we already have in comics because one of them is already banging Hercules, and all of y'all like to forget that. Out there in the multiverse, Hercules and Wolverine are lovers.
But I know Hercules is just like fluid, right? Like Hercules is just like whatever, which that's what I like about Hercules and like arrows. They're like, hey.
Yeah. It's great.
X-Men Annual 14. Wow.
Yes. Hate it or rate it?
For me, this is the first appearance of Gambit. Like, let's just get that clear. This is the first appearance of Gambit.
You know what? I was waiting for Mark to say it in the chat first, but you got it out there. Good job.
Yeah, so for me, this is the first appearance of Gambit. But and however, 266, that's the one people go for. That's the one right there. This is going to be a 5. Like, if you can find this like dirt cheap, and this is not an expensive book at all raw, pick it up if you want to be a completist. I had this once upon a time. I think I wound up selling it. I got it out of a mystery box, which I regret because now when I get stuff out of mystery boxes, I tend to normally keep it or generally keep it, especially if there's some key significance to it. This, if I were to find this on the cheap, I'll scoop it up in a raw and then just keep it. Like, it's not a slab. It's not slab worthy in my opinion.
But yeah, it is the first appearance of Gambit. I would give it slab worthiness.
I don't know. But yeah, for me, it's not. I don't know. And what happened, I don't like the cover either. Like, I don't like busy covers.
Really? Yeah. Okay, listen. I don't think it's AA's best cover, but I like stuff happening on the cover. I hate all this one shot. Like, look, Spider-Man swinging again. And like, no, show me shit that's going down. Like Marvel Team Up #1, freaking Hydra Man is blasting Human Torch and Spidey with freaking water. Like, give me, like, show me stuff. We all know how I feel about this. My clip is circulating. I don't want to see Funeral Wonder Woman.
Yeah. I mean, I like when there's stuff on the cover. For me, this is too busy. For me, this is just too much stuff going on.
Damn.
But I like two characters fighting, like those throwdown covers. That's why I'm looking around the room and like what I got, like Iron Man 1, that's a dope cover. It's not busy. Iron Man 55, that's a dope cover. There's a bunch of characters on it fighting. It's not too busy.
Ooh, Boner Jams coming in hot. Love Gambit. His first appearance is X-Men 266.
Boner Jams 95. Shout out to the 40-year-old virgin.
Boner Jams is still a mystery. I have two primary suspects, but I'm still not sure, and it's hilarious to me. Anyhow, so rate it.
I'll just give this a 5, middle of the road. Like, if you
middle of the road, damn.
Yeah. For me,
I'm giving it a solid 8.
Oh man, a solid 8.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great, memorable crossover. You know, we get Ahab, the Hounds. We learn more about Rachel's background. You know, and we get Gambit. So you know, I feel like it's a genuine collectible. That, you know, I'm on board. I'm on board. Yeah. Oh, Ultimate Fallout 4.
Ultimate Fallout 4.
10 all day.
I have this book. It's actually right here next to me on a pile, like down here, because I'm about to film my thing. Absolutely 10 all day. I think this is the most important Marvel book of the last 25 years. Easily. This a lot of people don't know because the younger people, some of them don't even know that Peter Parker is in comic books. Miles Morales is the younger generation Spider-Man. Like these kids love Miles Morales.
Yeah, I don't understand how they don't know Peter Parker because Peter is up Miles's ass all day. And I mean that in a non-gay way, of course. Because first of all, Miles fights 80% of Peter Parker's role gallery. Every crossover with Spider-Man is with Miles. Peter dies in the first movie so that Miles can spread his webs.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I was wrong when I said that, but
I think young people know, but he is absolutely the current generation. He's their Spider-Man. I'm going to say that for sure.
100%, and it's one of Marvel's best-selling books, if not the best-selling Marvel book. The Miles Morales title. Am I correct in saying that? I heard that.
Yeah, it's great. And by the way, even though I had somebody hit me up in the IGDM saying that Miles is garbage, he loves Miles, but the book is garbage. I'm like, dude, most of these books are treading water. Miles's book is doing great, and I don't know. I guess not everything is for everyone. We gotta just.
Saying a Marvel book is garbage is like saying, "Hey, the water's wet." Duh. There's not a lot of stuff that's above the water with Marvel. I enjoy the Miles Morales Spider-Man story, the one that's going on now. Will I say it's the best?
Of the Spider-Man books, that and Ultimate are the only ones that are like keeping me engaged.
Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man to me is the best. But I really enjoyed this Miles Morales stuff. I don't like that when it's the crossover stuff. So I wasn't too with the crossover gang war books. Like I wasn't too keen on that. Like the whatchamacallit, the Blade crossover stuff where they had like the little vampire arc. Like I'm not too keen on that. But when it was just him and Rabble and shit like that in the beginning, dope. Like very, very dope.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. That brings us to Sweet Tooth number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hated or rated?
I'll give this like a 6 or 7. I mean, the show came out. There's not really much to invest in. The show wasn't like, you have to go out and watch it right away, blah, blah. This doesn't, it's on its way down. Like, this is not going to go back up. It'll probably spike a little bit whenever a new season of the show.
A new season just dropped, I believe.
So then I'm wrong then. So then the shit just sucks. Hate it.
Ooh, you went to hate it. Jeez.
No, I don't hate it. I'm a big fan of Jeff Lemire. For me, this is low. This is like 4 or 5, but 4.
Okay, so like if you come across it for the collection, sure, why not?
Yeah, if you have extra money this is what I'll do. If you're on your way to the comic book store and you find $100 bill on the floor on your way into the comic book store, you get into the comic book store, you buy all the comics you want, and then you go to leave, and then the guy Mike, shout out to Mike at Roy Collectibles, say, "Hey, DJ LINX, come back in. Here's this free copy of Sweet Tooth." Then you take it.
Dude, you're giving it a 2. That's what's happening. You're giving it a 2.
I'll give it a 2. Yeah.
Jesus. I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm take it or leave it, but I don't think it's irrelevant, right? So I'll go with the 5.
Shout out to Lee from Whack Comics. I know this is like one of his favorite books, and
Jeff Lemire's great, and I do really enjoy this story. And I mean, maybe I should give it a 6 or a 7 even, but like but you're right. There's a relevancy in my scale, so I'm not going too high.
Yeah, Trev says, in the words of the great Remy Q, pass.
Yes, Jesus, I gotta have one of those things. I need one of those pass things or something.
Speaking of busy covers.
Thanks, Timu.
Ask Mrs. LINX to put together like some hot chocolate for your boy, and she passed me the cup, and I was just like, why is it like 60% full? Like that doesn't make any sense.
She hit the powerful button on the machine. That's what she did. Like make it extra strong.
I was just like, yo, what the hell? No, I mean, no, we don't got a machine. She did it by hand. She crushed up even the chocolate and everything.
Oh, very nice. All right, so this is Nova. Wait, so which Nova is this?
Alexander, whatever.
Right, so this is the 0.1.
Alexander.
But it's the Nick Bradshaw variant. Hate it or rate it?
5. I mean, I'm always going to be like, when it's a key, when it's a key first appearance, like Sam Alexander or something, always get that A cover. And that A cover is dope, right? That it's just him, like really big or something.
Yep, he's just like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one to get. This is a dope cover. Obviously, Hulk thing and a bunch of other characters. For me, this is middle of the road. Like, I wouldn't get this unless you find it dirt cheap.
Okay.
Like, I really prefer the other cover, even though the other cover for me wouldn't be like high on the rating scale either.
You know what? Actually, the A cover. All right, no, the A cover is the one with the Watcher.
Oh, okay.
So, all right.
That one is dope too. But yeah,
that one's pretty good. This one is a well sought after book, though, based on my little Google search. So that's interesting.
I mean, based on your Google search, I'm a fucking class act guy, but in real life, I'm a piece of shit. So
don't say that about yourself.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's just my funny way of saying it. Just because it's on Google doesn't mean it's true.
That's well, no, I know, but like the values, I can look at past sales real quick, and it's like it does well. So yeah, I would say, you know what? Someone's having a sale or a closeout, and you could get this for 30 or less. Why not? If you're gonna get it in near mint.
Yeah.
You know? All right, I'm giving it a 7.
Man, I'm giving it a 4.
Wow, painful.
Cuatro, baby.
I love how you won't say hate it to any of these, but you will bash them as we go through. I love
I said hate it to one of them.
Which one? Oh, that's right. Wait. That was it Wraith or something else?
Yeah, Wraith was hate.
Yeah, Wraith was hate it and skip it. Yeah, I'm in agreement.
How's this? What is this list, by the way?
This is the cover price top 10 from 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Wow.
Right. So time has passed, values have fluctuated, and so we're going to decide based on that top 10, this is the rated or hated. Do we want to like which ones are no longer worthy at all?
Yeah, gotcha.
So this is Captain America 307. First appearance of Madcap. Ooh. Who's rumored to show up in Deadpool 3. That's the big deal here.
Really?
Its raw value has plummeted.
I'm a big Captain America fan.
But you're ready to say hate it, aren't you?
You'll hate this all day with every fiber of my being.
Yeah, I'm with you. As a completionist, sure. Otherwise, like I don't even think I paid $13 for this book. This
is a dollar book.
Yeah, this is one of those. No, I would even grab it in the 3 for $5 box, but that's like as low as that's as far as I'll go.
Yeah, that's terrible. But Durs hit it on that. Yo, Captain America does not look good on a green cover.
Yeah, no.
Like, it just looks crazy.
Yeah, Captain America needs yellow covers forever. All my Captain America yellow covers are beautiful.
Yeah, Captain America's the shit.
Oh, Comiverse got it for 50 cents.
And you overpaid, sir.
No, stop it.
No, I'm just teasing.
Look at Joe. Madcap is a must-have. All right.
Negative, bro. Negative.
But look at number 2, Hulk, Future Imperfect. Does this get you fired up or what?
Yeah, this gets the juices in my loins flowing. I love this story. I love the George Perez art. I think it's some of his best art. Maestro is a fantastic character. The Maestro 15-issue story arc that dropped a few years ago was pretty dope, showing how Hulk went from Hulk to Maestro, like his journey into becoming the Maestro, which is a title, by the way. It's not his name, it's a title. I have this in a 9.8. This is one of the first books I got because I try to get everything Hulk. For me, this is a 10 all day for me, but for the general audience who's not really whatchamacallit like that, I don't ever see them bringing in Maestro unless they're like break glass in case of emergency, because he's such a dope character and an overpowering character. But for the general public, a 6. This is not an expensive book at all, by the way. But yeah, 6 or 7. I think Trev said a 6, Dur said a 7. I'll agree with that.
I was gonna say 7 all day. I think it's a great collectible. It's definitely one of the more memorable. Like I rank Hulk Future Imperfect not as high as, I wouldn't rank it as high as Kingdom Come, but I would put it in the low. If Kingdom Come is Zeus, then I would say Hulk Future Imperfect is Hercules. Yes,
Oh.
that's how it would go.
Oh wow. Yeah, I wouldn't even, and I'm a Hulk fan. One of my favorite stories, two issues. I wouldn't even say it comes close to Kingdom Come.
No, but I mean, like, not in like the reading caliber, but more in the echelon of like how this hit the scene, you know? Because people were like, "Oh shit!" Like as soon as the reveal happened, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. That reveal is crazy. With
we have gotten to our very ugly number one.
Oh shit! I actually have that. I have two of these. I have the pink variant and then the other variant. I think it's blue.
Talk about your dollar book finds if you're lucky.
This is first appearance of Prophet, right?
Yes. Which apparently was experiencing some highs because, again, rumors.
Yeah, number one. Youngblood number 2 at number 1 on any list to me is insane.
And yet it was in May of 2020. The talk of a Prophet Future film was happening. You know?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I know. So what are you going to say? Rate it or hate it?
I'm hating this all day. Like hating this all day.
I'm so glad we agreed completely on the two hates.
Yeah, this is
Good Lord.
This is a book that if you buy something off of eBay, let's say if you buy like 2 books off of eBay that somebody like throws in a free book, like this is a free book that's gonna get thrown in a bag without a backing board, so that they know it's just like, here, I'm throwing this in for free, but I hate this book so much I didn't even bother putting a backing board in there to protect it. Here's just a bag and it's swishing around in the bag all like fucked up. F this book. Now I'm mad. I'm out.
All right. Are you having a good time with this?
Yeah, that's a cover. Wow.
All right. This is from 1 year ago, folks. Rate it or hate it.
That's a cover. What's the key significance of this one?
This cover fell into the spotlight a few times when Disney announced that Patti LuPone would play Lila Caldero in the upcoming Agatha Covering of Darkness.
Like for me, as a cover, this is a fantastic Doctor Strange cover, Marvel premiere cover. I wouldn't like, who the hell is Lila Caldero? I wouldn't go.
Remember, she's got like the sexy dress, the dark hair usually slicked back, you know. Just another, you know. Actually, I don't remember. No, maybe she's not always slicked back. I can't tell. There's too many mystical women in Doctor Strange's life.
Give me clear. For me, this is a middle of the road. Like if you find it at a good price, pick it up. It's definitely a cool cover. If you're a completionist, you definitely want to pick it up, or a Doctor Strange fan. Like the cover is beautiful, but yeah, for me, I wouldn't go out of my way to go try to get this.
Joe already gave it a 7. I too will give it a 7. You know. As someone who actually likes Doctor Strange, you know, and it's a beautiful cover, and I'm sure it's a great book. So yeah, well, maybe 7 is a little too generous, but I really am digging this cover.
No, it's Doctor Strange has a lot of great covers, man.
Absolutely. Ooh, number 9, Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Number 5, the first appearance of Dream Spider.
Hate it. I could care less about this.
I hate it. Oh, I don't hate this. I actually bought a complete set the other day for $11 and felt like a champion. But that's okay. You said you're the guest. You hate it, we move on. No.
But why? I'm not. So there are people that just continue to buy. Like, all right, for example, I'm a big Hulk fan. I'm gonna continue to buy any Hulk title there is. Any other character, I would stop. I wouldn't continue to buy it. So even like somebody that I love, like the Punisher, I would buy if it's like the first 2 issues are good or they're iffy. I always do 3 issues max, and then I would just drop it. Well, Hulk, if it's trash, I'm gonna continue to read it, whatever. So Spider-Man for me is that character. I was picking up Amazing Spider-Man. It was terrible. I stopped after 3 issues. And it's like that. So anything since I've gotten back into comics, aside from Ultimate Spider-Man, the shit that's out now, Spider-Man for me is just like, ugh. Like I can't stand Spider-Man. And I feel bad for the people that like Brian LCS and like Chris the Comic Vet who love Spider-Man and they continue to get hit with this mediocrity.
That's why Ultimate Spider-Man is here for us.
I love Ultimate Spider-Man.
To save the day. Also, I do like, not crazy about it, but I do like Spectacular Spider-Man. I like this idea of Peter meeting up with Miles so that they can improve their friendship and bond, right? And the fact that it also is like, oh, we don't get a break. We're freaking Vermin is here. We got to go fight him. Like, I like that, you know?
Oh, the Biggie says he's still pulling ASM. Last issue was $10 off the shelf?
Yes, it was the last issue because it was number 50 of the current series. Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, so I was just like, what? $10 off the shelf?
Yeah. Incredible. But Street Fighter #1 from Malibu Comics 1993. Hate it or rate it.
This has tremendous crossover appeal, both for comic fans, both for video game fans. Street Fighter is probably, I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, but I recognize that Street Fighter is probably the greatest fighting game of all time, even though I'm a diehard Mortal Kombat fan. This is going to be high up there. Anything that has video game and comic crossover appeal is always going to be super high on my list. I am going to give this a 10. You always want to, whenever you see something like that with that crossover appeal, you always want to try to grab that. So yeah, this is a 10, absolutely.
For my deep respect for the crossoverness of it all, I'm going with a 9.
All right, there you go.
And it's too bad we haven't seen Mortal Kombat on this list.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat has some comic books, C-Bizzle.
Yeah. Strange Academy Finals #6, the Scotty Young variant.
Pass.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to pass too. I don't see a lot of significance to this other than if you're a Scotty Young completionist.
Yeah, and Scotty Young has some dope books. I've come to appreciate Scotty Young in the last couple of years and stuff like that. Because at first, I wasn't about cutesy, and I think it was until Twig. Like, Twig was fantastic. And then I was just like, all right, like, this is not so bad. I got to look past all that stuff that I like and try to look at other things. But yeah. That one's pretty cool.
We got some spicy takes and favorite combat games in the chat. Love it.
I think.
Oh, Trev gave Strange Academy a 10. Oh, sorry, Trev. We love you.
No, I think Mortal Kombat.
And listen, just remember, for those of us who don't like it, just makes it easier for you to collect.
Yeah. For the back to the fighting games, obviously everyone has their own preference and stuff like that. It's the game that came out and at the age you were. I think as far as impact, Mortal Kombat has had the biggest impact, obviously because of the violence and stuff that it brought into the game and it changed video games. But like for me, Street Fighter, and I'm not a Street Fighter fan like that. Like I stopped playing video games, fighting video games when you could do like a 19-hit combo. Like that's when I was just like, yeah,
much less the 99-hit combo.
Bro, like I remember on St. Mark's Ave between 2nd and 3rd in the city, a bodega, I'm playing Mortal Kombat. I was like, oh shit, Mortal Kombat 3. Never played Mortal Kombat 3 before. I get on, put my quarter, play against some guy. I was taking out like, legit, it had to be like 10 seconds. Like, I was just like, fuck this game.
All right, World Tree #1, the Jenny Frizen 1 in 10 variant. Hate it or rate it?
This is very meh for me. This is very, very meh for me. This is gonna be very low. This is probably like a 2 or 3.
At least you didn't put it in the hate category.
Yeah, no, I hate it because I dig the story. It's kind of like taking a weird turn like lately, but yeah, I'm not.
I'm giving it a 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very invested. I do think it's a lovely Jenny Frizen cover, and obviously, if you're just collecting her work, which some people do, pick it up, especially now because the buying is good. But imagine this was #6 a year ago. Yeah. #5. Oh, #5 is coming in hot. Amazing Spider-Man 41.
First appearance of Rhino.
Yes. Look at that.
So I love this, man. So for me, whenever there's a first appearance of a character, you want a cover like this. Boom, right on the cover. Showcases him, showcases his size in comparison to Spider-Man right there. This is dope. I have this, I think, in a 3.5. I love this cover. Rhino is not the greatest character in the world, but I mean, if you could swing this. It's one of those characters where if you're a completionist, obviously you want to get this, but Rhino is not like one of those characters that everybody needs. So for that reason,
Yo, Sinister Six, man, he's there.
I get that, but I would rather you take that money that you're gonna invest in this or invest in some other characters. Get the Sinister Six, get that annual, that Spider-Man annual, get that first, because everything else is gonna be pricey. If you were even going after the Sinister Six first appearances, this would be probably on the bottom of your list, and it's probably the most inexpensive one out of those.
Vicious take. I am giving this a hard 8. You know, I think it's a valuable addition to any Spider-Man collection. Although he's not one of the most popular villains, I still think he's worthy. And you know, and like, listen, I don't collect in any order. I collect it. Oh shit, that's a good deal. I gotta grab it now.
Yeah.
like
yeah. No, and shout out to Biggie. Yeah, maybe the second Sinister Six. That Sinister Six in the Spider-Man around. Yeah. No, but even in the 90s stuff, and then in the was it in the regular Amazing Spider-Man, or was it in the McFarlane Spider-Man? Where Todd was doing them. So that Sinister Six arc, like right before they introduced Carnage and stuff.
Yeah.
In the 90s, like around the 340s or something like that, 330s. That Sinister Six stuff, that shit was fantastic with Doc Ock, Rhino, Vulture, Electro, or whatever. And then I think right from there they went into the Carnage stuff.
Oh my God, I'm so messed up. All right, it's Doc Ock, Electro, Craven, Mysterio, Sandman, Vulture for the first Sinister Six. And you know what's really sad is like, when the hell does Rhino show up? I'm trying to.
Trev says hard 8 from Cliff because of his horn.
I'll show you a horn, mister.
Hey, don't threaten to. Don't
threaten people with a good time. All right, so Rhino joins under the 8th incarnation of the Sinister Six, which is Doc Ock, Sandman, Electro, Mysterio, Chameleon, and Rhino.
Chameleon.
And he also shows up under the 12th iteration of the Sinister Six, which I think has like 12, which has 66 members.
No, they just stopped counting.
And then he shows up again under the Sinister Six for Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Volume 2, number 6, in which, again, there is an enormous amount of Sinister Six members showing up. He also is one of the Savage Six, and those are all the lists I found him on. All right, so you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm still giving him a hard 8. I have fond memories of Rhino just being a fun character.
Yeah, I had no idea that there were that many incarnations of the Sinister Six. That's crazy.
Dude, remember the first time the Sinister 12 showed up? That was outrageous. I was like, oh my God.
Nah, that was too many.
Oh, look at number 4.
Imagine the 7th villain like comes knocking on the door and be like, hey, I want to join the Sinister Six, and they like turn him away because
Sinister 7 all day. It's still SS.
Yeah.
Ooh, it could be Red Skull, and he'll mind control them so they can.
Yeah, you can't say SS.
Signature series. That's what it means.
Oh.
Signature series.
You meant the Gestapo.
Oh, I don't want to talk about the Gestapo, to be honest. All right, so Conan the Barbarian, number 1. Rate it or hate it.
Ah, man.
Gary B isn't even here, and I know I can feel in the universe that this is an 11 and 12, 13, 14 on his list.
Yeah, I mean, there's things for everyone. Conan in comics is not for me whatsoever. I really dig the Arnold movies. Yo, the Jason Momoa Conan was fire.
You and I are it.
Yeah,
you and I are the only ones who like.
No, the unrated version, it's just fucking violence all day.
Right, I really thought it was good, and the little opening origin, I thought was great.
Yeah, he was closer to Conan than what Arnold was, if you go by the story.
Oh, don't put those words out there. Ooh, the mob is gonna be coming over here. Yeah. Oh God, Mark actually approves of the Jason Momoa Conan. Oh my Lord. Oh, I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot flashes. Oh my goodness.
That shit was fire, the Jason Momoa Conan. For me, like as a book, I'm gonna pass on this all day. Like I would never pick this up unless like if I got it in a mystery box in a high grade, I'll probably keep it. But I wouldn't like like seek this out unless it's your thing, man. Like I have no interest for like sword and sandal books, except Barbaric. I think Barbaric is the only like Conan-y type book that I'm reading.
Oh, I do like Barbaric. And no, I'm with you. I'm not going to go out of my way for it. But for me personally, I'm going to call it a 5.
Mm-hmm.
But like you did earlier for the general audience, I'm going to call it an 8 because it's a great collectible. There's no denying that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's high for the general audience. For me personally, it's extremely low.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for me personally, it's like another thing. Number 3, Spider-Man number 7. The Ramos spoiler variant featuring the first appearance of Spider-Boy.
Wow, I made a lot of money on this book.
That's a good time.
Yeah, I bought a couple of copies. Like I went to the store, they were like a whole bunch there, and I went the day after, and they were a whole bunch, and I was just like, let me just grab these, threw them shits right on eBay.
Incredible.
I have zero interest in Spider-Boy, and I think they're just continuing to bastardize the Spider legacy. I think they're trying to capitalize on the younger audience's appreciation for Miles Morales by introducing an even younger character. Like if they were to take this book and make it specifically or strictly for kids on like kind of like a kiddie type imprint, similar to how IDW does with some of their properties, like call it Marvel Kids and then just have Spider-Boy for the kids. But for me, I have zero interest in reading about a little kid Spider-Man like that. That's yeah.
So you're gonna give it a hate it?
I'm not gonna give it a hate it. I just feel weird about it. Like, who's the audience for this?
Apparently, me and Durs.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Listen, I love that this kid has a mutation where he switches into mutation mode to be Spider-Boy, and he can look normal, like a passing for everyday human. You know how he's like living between shelters and skulking different schools, trying to pass as a student so he can get a free lunch. You know, a lot of the classic Peter Parker struggles are like embedded in this kid. You know, nobody remembers him. You know, and currently no one remembers Spider-Woman's son, but Spider-Boy does. You know, so that was a hot little crossover. The thing is, I have a lot of expectations for comic books, but Spider-Boy does entertain me. And at the end of the day, that's really what I want. That's really the bang for the buck that I want. I want to be entertained, right?
So, no, I mean, I think that's the main thing is that entertainment and coming away with something of value from it. Now, I don't mean monetary value. I mean substance-wise.
Yes, and so I appreciate that this kid is struggling in a world that doesn't remember him, all that stuff. But of course, these are corporations. They're constantly trying to capitalize on stuff. So that's happening. But as far as Dan Slott and Humberto Ramos and the team working on Spider-Boy, actually like putting some care and thought into it, I'm with it. I'm going with a hard 8 on this. I feel like it has staying power, even if it's not grand staying power. Maybe if it's only Rhino level staying power, but you know, in that ballpark.
Oh no, but you can't compare Rhino to Spider-Boy. Rhino is a classic character that we're talking about.
Right, but I'm looking into the future, man.
Years later.
You know, I'm looking into the future.
I'll be honest, and I have a hard time reading books where the protagonist is a child, and that's just me.
I know, I understand, but like it's doing enough for me. You know, like there are other books where I'm just like the Moon Girl crossovers I enjoyed, but then the Moon Girl book from back in the day did nothing for me.
I just want violence and blood and titties in my book. Gun honey all day, baby.
Look at you. Call me when Honey Dickin comes out. All right? You know what? I'm going to have to write Honey Dickin. Who wants to draw it? Dracula, you want to draw it for me? Call me up.
That's going to be a good book. Honey Dickin.
It will be. Oh, Durs is all about Kid Venom. Oh, shit.
Yeah, the only other person I think Biggie Shaq. Shout out to Biggie Shaq. I think he, when it came out, and forgive me if I'm wrong, Biggie, I think he popped big for Kid Venom. But I did too. You'll notice there's one on the wall behind me too. Oh yeah, there you go. I'm ready. I'm ready for this shit to pop. I like him. Yeah.
Nut fluffing. Jesus. Jesus.
Nice.
All right, number 2, Star Wars High Republic Adventures.
I don't know enough about Star Wars books to even comment on this, so I can't tell you whether it's hot, whether it's a 1 or 2, whatever. I don't know anything about Star Wars books. Star Wars is not a property that I tend to enjoy in comic books. I was picking up Star Wars Darth Vader from Marvel, and then I got to a point where I was just like, I'm not reading this shit, and wound up selling the whole thing. I'm not qualified to comment on Star Wars books, sir.
All right.
But hate it. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Although the game is called Rate It or Hate It, I'm giving this a 5.
I mean, that's a safe thing to go middle of the road especially for me if I don't know anything about it. So I mean,
I'm giving it a 5 for me, but I'm also giving it a 5 for the general public, right? Because this came out hot and heavy, multiple first appearances. And then it has fizzled quickly. I found a copy of it last night for $6, near mint. So if you're a Star Wars fan and you want to have those first appearances, buy it right now because nothing has happened with these characters. If these characters show up in the Acolyte has been getting slammed. So
already?
This book is probably not going anywhere.
Already it's been getting slammed?
Yeah, dude, it's been getting slammed.
What the hell?
And while we're at it, look at what's number 1.
Oh. Nah.
I too will give this one a 5.
Nah.
People, go pick it up if you can. Thank
That's
you.
fucking trash.
Thank you for playing. Rate it or hate it. Hopefully, I'll have some cool graphics for it next time. In the meantime,
so
I ask you to bring 5.
No, I was gonna say, hold up, back to this Acolyte stuff. Because I haven't heard anything about it. The trailer looked dope. Yeah. Somebody had a lightsaber whip, which was cool. And it's getting trashed.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I can't read people anymore. It's too hard for me.
Yeah, that's what happens when you said Star Wars on a convent planet.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it all out. I'm like, the show hasn't even come out yet. We haven't all we've seen is just clips, and people are already losing it.
Nah, I mean, obviously you want to go in and check something for yourself and make up your own mind. That's why, fun fact, I don't watch any reviews of movies until after I watch the movie, because I don't want anything subconsciously influencing my enjoyment of said movie.
And you know what? Unfortunately, as hard as I try, and sometimes I'm really good at it, but sometimes I fail. Like The Fall Guy. I really want to see The Fall Guy, and a few people have told me it's good, but a lot of people told me it was trash. So now I'm just flip-flopping, okay, I guess I'll just wait for it to come out.
You gotta
so I can watch it at home. Whereas Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I saw that shit. I went out there.
That shit was dope.
That was great. People can't appreciate it. And some people are like, oh, this is slow. I'm like, I don't understand. This was a beautiful world-building film. I thought it was great. I didn't find it any lesser than the 3 films before at all. I thought this was...
Yeah, no, it was definitely on par with those. Obviously, it's a huge bar that the first 3 films set. Nothing is going to come close to that. But this is right. For me, it's under it, but that doesn't say that it's a bad movie.
I don't even think it's under it. I feel it is an excellent world-building successor to the third, not only the third movie, because that is very important, but to the first trilogy.
I agree 100%. So if you say, for people that say Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was slow and you love Avatar 2, you're wilding, because Avatar 2 is another great example of world building. There's no reason to be showing the fucking jungle and the forest and the ocean for 20-minute scenes without nothing happening. That's called world building. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has the same thing. I loved it.
I mean,
we're talking about Fall Guy.
We're talking about what? Oh, Fall Guy. Oh, I got confused. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I was like, Bleecker, no.
Yeah, I was like, no, Bleeker's on it. All right, Avatar 2, phenomenal. Oh my god.
Avatar did. Yeah.
That was all you.
The world building is fantastic in that. Avatar 2 wasn't my favorite movie, but I will concede the world building is great, just like in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, that you have to kind of really take in that world and stuff like that in order to get it.
People will miss out on so much things in life just hanging on to some random review. That may be true. And I don't really hang on to random reviews. I don't like that it influenced me. That doesn't mean I'll never watch it, right? Usually it just goes on to my to-do list and I get to it, you know? And then sometimes, specifically John Carter, right? I heard so much negativity that I almost didn't see in the movie theater, but my friend insisted on seeing it on his birthday. I said, fine, if this is trash, it's on you. And we came out of that movie, we're like, oh my God, I love this movie.
John Carter is fantastic. Prime example of people bashing it for whatever reason, and that shit was fire. Fire. Like, if you haven't seen John Carter with Taylor Kitsch, right?
Yeah.
Yo, go out and watch it, man. Fantastic movie. I highly recommend it. That and Maniac Cop.
Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, my goodness, Maniac Cop. Take it there. All right. I gave you the mission. The mission was to bring me 5 books, and you're going to share with us what your theme is for that 5 books.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put away my honorable mention. All right, so no, but don't make me big like this.
Hold
like,
on, wait. I'll fix it.
Yeah,
No, I don't like that either. Hold on. Let me find one that I appreciate. If I find one that I appreciate, hold on. How about that?
No. I need you on the screen, Cliff. I need you on the screen.
All right. Wait.
No, Cliff. No. What are you doing? Do you even?
No, don't worry.
Yard, bro?
Don't worry.
I do whatever you want. It's your show. I apologize for being a diva guest.
You're hilarious. No, I just don't have a good setting for us. Hold on. I'm going to find one. I'm going to make it happen.
It's one of the standard settings.
No, it is not one of the standard settings.
There you go.
I may have altered some of the standard settings.
There you go. I need to see you, and then I need to see when I show these books your putrid reaction to them, because you're gonna be like, ew, indie stuff, yuck.
No.
Yeah, okay. So my theme for today, we got to show books of whatever with a theme. So these are going to be the top 5 reads that I enjoy, indie reads that I enjoy, because I figured everybody shows big books and stuff like that, that I've enjoyed since I got back into comic books. These books, none of them are going to be high value, bunch of the $5 books. But as far as story-wise, these are some of the stories that I'm enjoying. And a few of them are continuous. Some of them were miniseries. And then I'll just show you. I'll just tell you about them, right? So my first one is, what's the furthest place from here?
Okay.
I think this ends with issue 19, which I think is the next issue. I love this book. Ross and Rosenberg with Atsme Elahu. So this tells the story of it's a post-apocalyptic world where only teenagers reside. So they've lost their religion, but there are these things, I forgot what they call them, but they're like strangers or others, which they look like these supernatural beings, white face, with no features, almost like a Cenobite from Hellraiser. And they come in when a child is born or something. Oh no, when a child gets too old, they come into the town, they take the child, I think it's at their 18th birthday, they take him, never to be seen again. And yo, it is
this sounds like an awful lot of science fiction, but go on.
But that's the thing, it's not. So in the beginning, it just tells the story about there aren't any adults in the area. And when I say the area, it's just like, let's say the city. So you got Brooklyn, Manhattan, blah, blah, like a whole bunch of things. So there aren't any adults because these strangers come and take them, but there are like warring factions here and there. So then you got like the Royals, you got the pigs that they will wear pig masks. And you got these other groups, like the main group with Sydney and the other characters. Their whole thing is about music because they live in a music store. So they walk around with they're called relics. So it's just like a record. So you have to keep a record on you because that's your God, and you pray to the record because that's the only thing that you know. But then as the story progresses, you find out more, and then you find out like the warring little factions and stuff like that, how they make trades, how they make deals. And yo, it's just dope. In the last couple of issues, though, you find out more. I don't want to blow it up or say anything because I highly recommend to read it. All the books are like double-sized, but it's easy to get through. Like easy to get through. Not a lot of words on the page. A lot of them, like you'll see, like if you open the book on one page, it'll be like chapter 7, and it's just a complete black page with the word. So you get a lot of that. So like chapters will be like 2-3 pages sometimes. So in the whole thing, I think it's in 19 books, and it's like 90 chapters. But it's just really, really compelling, the stuff that these kids go through. They're all 18. And then you find out more that, strangers aren't evil. They do come across some older people, and, the older people are evil. And then there's just like a big twist toward issue 16 or 17.
Oof.
Yeah.
All I hear is buy the trade, Cliff. Buy the trade.
Yo, legit. So I think it's going to end when issue 19. And I highly recommend getting the trade. I will get the trade as well. So all these books that I have, and these are my favorite stories, once they wrap up, I always get the trade just to have it, to put it there. I love it. I highly recommend it. Have you ever heard of What's the Furthest Place from Here?
I have, but again, as you stated earlier, you know how I feel about indie books.
Like a lot of people, when you hear indie, for me, since getting back into comic books, indies have had the better stories, but the better stories are always going to be stories that have a beginning, middle, and end. So, a 5-issue miniseries for me, I'll take that all day over a sprawling 50-issue like Thor. You know what I mean? Just because it's gonna be more concise, condensed, and just hopefully, fingers crossed, have stronger storytelling.
Oh, look at that, Mike! Thank you.
Yeah, that's dope. And then I have I don't know. I think I might have sold it. I don't have it anymore. I had so the website, I forgot what website it was, but they issued like a super limited edition. Issue 1, 2, and 3 in foil, and there were only like 30 of them made. So I picked up number 3 in that foil. So then my next book up, another fantastic miniseries, Vinyl. Yo, shout out to Evil Mike, because I know Evil Mike reads all this stuff.
Yes.
See, Legion says 50 issues of Immortal Hulk, whatever you're talking about. I completely agree. Immortal Hulk is the greatest thing ever. I just didn't want to do that today. So Immortal Hulk, as far as storytelling and even like covers, the Alex Ross covers, top of the food chain, I just didn't want to do that for here. So this is Vinyl, and this is Vinyl number 1, again from Image Comics, just like What's the Furthest Place from Here. Wagner, Hilliard, Stewart, and Dukeshire. So this is about an older gentleman. So you find out he's an older gentleman. He's a suspected serial killer.
Ooh.
Suspected serial killer. He's having a meeting with the FBI in the beginning. And then he's like dropping dime on like a cult. If I remember correctly, it's been a while. He's like dropping dime on a cult. So he's giving information to the FBI. Then the FBI go to raid this cult's compound, similar to like, the David Koresh stuff or whatever. And they get attacked, and then they take the FBI agent. So what the main character does, I think his name is Howie or some shit. What he does, he recruits his little underground Justice League of serial killers to help him go and free the FBI agent from this thing. So it's all about like weird cults, and they're all serial killers. So they're all bad people, but they're gonna come together to do something for this guy. Why it's called Vinyl? So he is an older gentleman, and he has Alzheimer's. So he always has an iPod on with his headphones, because that reminds him who he is. Because when he kills people, he listens to music. So that's what gets his juices flowing. So he always has his iPod, and then he's trying to help the whatchamacallit. So then this is going to be a little bit of a spoiler alert. His iPod breaks in the like issue 3 or 4, and he forgets why he's there, and he forgets what the mission is.
Oh.
So then he's just like an old dude that doesn't know what's going on. It's for it to be like that violent and serial killers and all that stuff is very, very heartfelt.
Someone mentioned Plastic, and I wonder if they're related.
So Plastic, see, Mike knows everything. It's been a long time since I read this, but thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Plastic was from the same creative team. So with Plastic, similar deal. It was the main character, and he had a plastic sex doll. So I think he, comes across some whatever, and they take the sex doll away from him. And then he goes on like a murderous rampage to kind of get
right. He's also a retired serial killer, apparently.
Yeah. So is it the same? I don't know if it's a part 1 Plastic, because I don't know if it's the same character. They all look the same because it's the same art style and stuff like that. But plastic is dope. I read vinyl first, and then I went and I got the plastic trade. It's funny because in doing this, I was gonna take my favorite trades, but I wanted to talk about vinyl. But I have plastic there. I highly recommend plastic as well.
Yeah,
Yo,
I don't think related in that way, but I feel like they're set in the same universe.
Yeah, 100%. It's in the same universe. Like it
Mike
looks.
does know everything. Mike, you're amazing. You're amazing.
Yo, legit. Mike knows everything. All right, moving on. And this is one of those books that people either loved or hated. I found it fantastic, and this is Lovesick.
Lovesick.
All right, so, oh man,
that's a very Veronica cover, by the way. Like
all of them are.
Yeah, like that's giving me Veronica from Archie Comics, vibes.
No, like some of the covers are like insane. There's one of them that's crazy. Actually, well. Nah, I'm not gonna get it. Lovesick. So Lovesick, again, another Image book. Lovesick is the tale of this girl. I forgot her name. It's for mature audiences only. It's erotica. It's violence. It's masochism, self-mutilation. There's RAPE. It's a bunch of cannibalism. It's a bunch of crazy stuff. So what happens is the main girl in the beginning, well, you find out through a flashback, she's doesn't have much to live for. She's in high school, doesn't have much to live for. Her dream is to get kidnapped, go on the dark web, get murdered, and eaten on the dark web.
Oh my goodness.
That's where her dream
is. Wow. Went in hard in the first issue. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so she meets this dude and through a chat board or something like that, winds up meeting up with him. And he's just like, yo, I can make your dreams come true. You just have to submit to me. And yeah, it's a lot of sexual content, but in that, the way that unfolds, there's always kind of like a love story underneath that. So then she like kind of falls in love with him and the idea of everything that's going on, hopefully with the outcome that she wants, to be killed and eaten on the dark web or whatever. But in doing that, she becomes one of the biggest dominatrixes on the dark web, and people pay her to kind of kill them and stuff like that on the dark web. And it's crazy because there's scenes where she's on stage and she's like mutilating these dudes, and then she has her team behind her and stuff like that. And it's all these rich dudes in the audience just watching this and fucking like, it is.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it's
remember, not a children's show this morning.
Yeah, definitely. Peace out there. It's definitely not a children's book. For me, I love it because I love out there stuff and things that are kind of like taboo in a sense. You won't see another book like this on the shelves for a while. Like, it was so out there, but it was done really, really well. If you look up the virgin cover of issue number 7, it was a seven issue series. There's a virgin cover. Yo, it is dope. Yeah, it's not superheroes or anything like that, but it's at its core, it's a love story. It just has so much stuff going around it.
Oh shit! Wait! Who did this cover?
The Virgin number 7?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Hold on.
Luna Vachette, you mind sharing your screen? So the audience could see that bad boy. It is one of my favorite covers.
Hold on.
Yes, Evil, the Virgin Mary cover, man.
I'm trying to right size it. I
have it here. I can just grab it, I think.
I'm sorry, right? Like Golden Apple Comics has a beautiful copy, but it's not displaying properly.
Nah, I got Lovesick, whatever, Lovesick. My bad. Lovesick. Oh shit, man. There you go. Oh yeah, there you go.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's Luna
Vecchio. I wonder if she's related to Luciano, who I love so much with all my heart.
This is one of my favorite covers of all time. Like, when I saw this thing, I was like, what? And then the fucked up thing is I went to go grab it from my LCS and they had to special order it for me. And it came in damaged. So on the back of it is like damaged.
Mike already knows she's not related to my precious Luciano.
Yeah, Mike knows everything. Shout out to Mike. Another indie book, and this was like a super limited print run. This book for a while was going for like $40. Like, easy on the secondary market. This is called Duel from Bliss on Tap Publishing. What this is, it's like they live in a world where online duels are legal. So you could challenge someone to a duel and you have to meet up. If you accept the challenge, you have to meet up and then you have to kill them. So it turns out that, well, there's a couple of different stories. It's not really an anthology because it's like a through line, but in one of them, it's a kid sets up this thing. So in the first issue is a crazy twist where like the kid goes to the cops and he's telling them this, that, and third. And then it happened that the kid planned everything to challenge this guy and then get the money because duels are legal. And then he wound up becoming like the best dueler. And he was only like, wow, 14 or something like that. If you could find this, I highly recommend it. I mean, it dropped down in price, but this was going for like easy 30, 40 bucks. Cause when I got this, for some reason, I bought like a few of them and then I was just like, what? And I sold a bunch. But yeah.
I like that plot twist. You got me hot to that one.
Yeah, this is dope, man. But it's not only that about the duels. I think there's a story. It's either issue 2 or 3 where it's like older people that live in assisted living or something. So he challenges like the hitman, whatever, to come kill him because he's old, but he wants to die because he's old. So then the guy goes and they have like a crazy conversation and stuff like that. And that's what I love. It's not just the action, it's the conversation and the interaction between the characters. So it's just like, basically, I hired you without hiring you to kill me. And then they have this like crazy conversation and it's absolutely dope. So that's Duel. And then, of course, no surprise when we talk about indie books and the most important thing for me in the last couple of years, Dual Powerbomb by Daniel Warren Johnson. Got Daniel Warren Johnson to sign it right there at HeroesCon last year. This, for me, is my favorite book of the last couple of years. One of my favorite, the story arc, not just this book, the story arc, probably my favorite story arc in history. 7 issues. I absolutely love it. It deals with, it's a wrestling motif, but that's wrestling with emotions. The main character, her mother dies, and then she goes on this journey, wrestling with grief and all the other emotions that come with death, wrestling with that. And at the end, without blowing it up, it is probably the hardest hitting two pages that I've ever read in comics. And even right now, like I'm talking about it, I'm getting emotional. I'm glad I got my sunglasses on. She lost her mother. I lost my mother in 2010. I miss my mother every single day. And it's just a fantastic piece of writing. Things that I love, obviously the family dynamic, father-daughter. I'm a father of a daughter. My daughter's 25. That's my only child. And you have that dynamic as well. Wrestling, which I love, professional wrestling. And then the whole emotional aspect to it. This is a perfect storyline. Absolutely perfect. This shit is the best thing ever. Like, absolutely perfect.
You're only like the 15th person to tell me that. And I'm like, I really feel like I'm missing out because like everyone keeps telling me like from Dr. Von Hoot, all over the place.
Cliff, I'll send you the let me do that for you. I'll order a trade and send it to you, Cliff.
You don't have to order me a trade and send it to me. I'll get my own trade. Don't worry about that. Save the gifts for Christmas and my birthday.
Yo, you better read it, man. Like I'll literally go on Amazon right now, or Midtown Comics or whatever. Actually, you know what, Cliff? So my next purchase at Midtown Comics, because they have the rewards program, my next purchase, I get $10 off my next purchase. Let me get Do a Powerbomb for you, and I'll mail it to you. I'll do that on Tuesday. I'll grab Do a Powerbomb.
All right.
I get it for half price.
I'm gonna say okay, especially because now Mike is saying it's hard to find, so that I shouldn't take it for granted.
You bet, but you have to read it. So I gave it to my daughter. I was like, Des, that's her name, Destiny. I was like, Des, read this, blah blah. I go downstairs to her place, because she makes some dope lattes. She has like an official like latte machine, whatever. And I'm like, yo, did you read it? She's like, no, give it back. Like, just give that shit back. Like, you have to read it. If someone says, hey, here's a book, read it, and you don't read it, abafangu.
Nah, when people are like, here, read this, I read it. Because I'm the same way. When I'm like, I bought that book for you. I'm like, I gave, like, not going to name names, but I bought Dracula Blood Hunt #1 for somebody the other day. I was like, you are reading this. I'm not letting you escape.
Yeah, no, like that. I remember there was another book, Crimson Cage, that had to do with wrestling. That was pretty cool, but that was more horror stuff. It wasn't as emotional. My sister-in-law, when Something Is Killing the Children was rocking, I was just like, yo, read the first trade, and if you like it, whatever. So she fell in love with Something Is Killing the Children. Even though Something Is Killing the Children, I've always said it. You can make me small again. I don't want to be like,
oh, I'm so sorry. Well, no, because no one is putting the hashtag in. It's like one person. I'm like, wow, only one person wants to get a duck. Let's do that.
Oh, but you never
The
said
duck is only for Coffee and Comics with Cliff, just so people know. Hashtag Link Squad. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful.
Yo, the Link Squad bumper sticker.
I love that.
Yo, so I guess I was supposed to announce this on the thing. Any Link Squad member that is going to Heroes Con will be given a new Link Squad sticker pack. So I'm going to put together some packs for any Link Squad members that are at Heroes Con. And that'll include the Link Squad bumper sticker. It's funny because I got them all here. This tiny little Link Squad thing for your laptop. It says Link Squad. What else we got? I just got a whole bunch of stuff. These C3 stickers. Like all this stuff. You will get a Link Squad sticker pack for your support. So thank you.
I love it. And Canadian Survivalist, you typed in Link Squad wrong. It's not a K, and it's not a KS, it's an X.
Yeah, the freaking just talking about that dual power bomb, that shit just gets me like legit.
Yeah, no, dude, stories get me emotional, and I think maybe there is a part of me that's afraid to read it. You know?
Yeah,
because, like I get hit by those emotions, just like pow, just like reading shit, watching a movie, hearing a particular song.
Yeah, like the other, I mean, I guess it's funny. I in my old age, I can kind of put myself in the shoes of like these characters and stuff like that. For Dual Power Bomb, obviously, I was almost in the same situation with the death of the mother. Not obviously, my mother didn't die during a wrestling event, but just putting myself in the shoes of the character. So like even the other day when we were talking about yesterday when we were talking about Baby Reindeer. So in Baby Reindeer, I was just like, holy crap. And it's like, I got so emotional a few times in the part where he did the monologue on stage. Yo, in the part where the dad was just like, am I less of a man? And he's like, what? And I was just like, yo, and that shit just took me out. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, and I mean, look, I'm not going to go back and forth about the legitimacy of his actual story. I'm disappointed that now there's that ulterior view out there. I will say its portrayal was very accurate.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was whatever, I'm just saying from whatever, let's say if the whole thing was a story, it was a fantastic story. Like it was just as a piece of art, as a piece of media, it was fantastic. And it was just like one of those hard things. So that's one of those things like we as it was just so weird. So even like the love story between him and Terry, like I was telling Madeline, I was just like, yo, like I enjoy that aspect of this because it's normalizing something. It's not sensationalizing it or exploiting it for like views and like controversy.
Yep.
They're in a relationship. It just so happens the person is trans. Like who gives a fuck?
Yeah, and it happened organically. You know, they met on a dating app and he was taking off on people left and right. And then, you know what? I'm not even going to highlight that comment. So,
Rebel Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. When does Rebel Moon drop the full version? I don't know, man.
Whatever. When it eventually drops, that's the one I will watch. And then, we'll see.
Yo, shout out to Legion of Comics. Yo, man. Everybody, make sure you go copy your comic shells. Thecomicshell.com. Use code LINKSQUAD for 10% off. I actually customized one with some spray paint. So my boy did this.
I watched your spray paint job. I appreciate it.
So that's my way of moving away from that.
Yeah, I thought it was great. No, remember, the most important segue is just to segue.
Slide!
That's right.
Wow. What else we got going on? If you haven't heard the word, thank you, Trev. Appreciate that, brother. Yesterday on the Comics Curing Cancer Instagram page and on the Legion of Comics Hangout, we announced our first big announcement for Comics Curing Cancer at Heroes Con. If you don't know, we're going to have a booth there by me, Mark, and Rob Fat Saxon Comics. We'll be there representing Comics Curing Cancer. We're going to be Comics Curing Cancer tricked out. We're going to be selling a very very small number, of Spidey's Powder Tumblers, Comics Curing Cancer Spidey's Powder Tumblers. We only have 10, so that's one of them. And then yesterday we announced the art book. We're going to be selling, we have, it's a 200 print run art book with art from the community. There's a bunch of people. I'm going to share out the slides to people that want to do it. Yeah. So a bunch of fantastic artists we tapped to include in this art book. And it's just fantastic. Austin LeMay is on the cover. Just Taylor Winder, actual Dracula. Who else is on this? Michael Rushbrook, professional artist. Brian Silverback, professional artist. It's just fantastic. Clip's seen the prototype of the book at King Con, so he's seen a lot of the art that's in it. We're just super proud of that, like bringing people in the community together and to do that. So those will be available for sale at $20. They will only be available for sale at the C3 booth at Heroes Con. We are not taking orders for shipping or anything like that. If for whatever reason we do not sell out, which I'm praying there's a sellout, then the remainder will be available on djlinks.bigcartel.com. But yeah, we're super proud of that. And that's only one announcement. We, I think next Friday or later on in this week, we have another big announcement on the horizon. So look out for more information about Heroes Con about C3 leading up to Heroes Con. It's going to be a great thing.
It is going to be a great thing. And I can't say enough because none of you will toot your own horn, and that is fine. I kind of get it. But just a reminder that it's an incredible thing that you help organize for the community. It's an incredible thing that we're doing for other people. I did not expect to run 90 minutes this morning, but someone had said during C3 this past year, like, oh, if it's not us, it would be somebody else. And that is just not true. You know, it's great to pick up that mantle. Everything you do, good, bad, and different, the outcome is the best. So, you know, I appreciate y'all and keep up the good work.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I think with these charity things, there's always going to be, like, listen, if Mark, Rob, and I walk away from C3 tomorrow, I'm pretty sure somebody else will pick up the mantle. But, and I don't mean this from an egotistical point of view. I think because I've been affected directly with this, and prior to Comics Curing Cancer, I was involved in cancer charities because when my mom passed in 2010, I was involved in cancer charities leading up to this, and then I had stopped those once I found C3 because I was like, holy shit. And I'm just super passionate about it, and it's super close to my heart. Will I'll be doing C3 forever? Probably not.
But you might. Listen, yeah. So and again, I'm like, I don't want to hold everybody up. I will tell you this, right? So I mean, I'm going into my second decade of doing my Toys for Tots toy drive, right? And in the early years, we had very small turnouts, but you know, it was nice that we did something. The volunteers would come from the organization. We get a Marine or two. That was cool. And then like Hurricane Sandy happened, right? And then all of a sudden, IBM wasn't making the donation that year, right? All these people were like, oh no, we're not making the donation because, you know, we already supported something else, right? And then IBM just closed up almost all of its shop across this area, and then that was it. They got some stuff, you know, south of here. They don't get involved, right? Mm-hmm. The state troopers are still involved, which is excellent. We lost Toys R Us. I forgot who the other one was. We lost them too. So the point is, we lost all of these things that were helping this organization during the holiday season, right? So in year 10, I had said to one of the volunteers, I said, listen, this has just been a lot of work. It's been 10 years. I think we should, you know, put a bow on it. And she was like, with tears in her eyes, was like, you can't do that. Look at how much we've lost. No one else has steps up. You guys keep doing this, and it's so wonderful. You can't ever stop. And then that was it. I freaking started crying, and I was like, all right, I'm never gonna stop.
Wow.
And so and last year was the first year we raised over $1,000 for Toys for Tots, which was incredible.
Wow.
And the community keeps surprising me. The guy who organized our Free Comic Book Day, the event, not Free Comic Book Day, but the event around Free Comic Book Day, Alternicon, his little sister has leukemia, so we did hashtag Harper Strong to raise money for her and her GoFundMe. And when we got there, he said to his mom, "Oh, it'll be nice if we raise like $200-300 today." And she looked at him. She goes, "You really underestimate your community here, don't you?" Right? So at the end of the day, $1,700. It was incredible, And he was shocked. He was in tears, and his mom was like, "I told you." And I'm like, your mom knows.
No, that's amazing, and I think the community aspect to it is just fantastic, and that community support. And I'm talking about outside just the our circumference or whatever, our vicinity. So like you were at King Con, you were at the 3 Men in the Basement comic swap, and just seeing people that bought a print at King Con and then came back and bought a print at the 3 Men in the Basement comic swap, and we just met, and it's the same people like outside of YouTube and stuff like that we see at these shows, and just like, hey, I bought one last time, I just want to support, or just coming up and saying, hey, I just want to donate this to the cause, that I don't have enough to get a print, but here's $3 or whatever. Like for me,
it's wonderful. It's such a beautiful thing, and like you said, just the fact that people who see you again and they're like, yeah, I'm down, let me let me buy something, let me pick up some raffle tickets. Also, shout out to 3 Men in the Basement, like all of those raffles and everything, all going to benefit the Heroes Initiative. Amazing work. So like, dude, the thing is, like, everybody needs us, and we need them in return, right? So like, we got to just do whatever we can. All right, 16 people in the chat. Hashtag is LINX Squad. I'm changing it. Rapid segue.
What a wonderful day.
It's a wonderful day. Yes. LINX Squad. All right. 10 seconds. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. I am drawing.
And shout out to everybody that came through this morning, man. Appreciate all of you. Prayers to Biggie's mom. Biggie was talking about his mom is going to get a procedure on
Joe
31st.
Yes. Biggie, you're definitely going to be in our prayers. Your mom's going to be in our prayers. I hope for the best. I know how scary that is, speaking with all of us talking about cancer. All right. So, Joe, you have got a duck, sir.
Congrats, Joe.
Congratulations. Let me pull up my master list. Jeez.
Congrats to me for my internet not being terrible this morning.
Oh my God, it's so good. I'm so happy.
So yesterday, I don't know what the hell happened, but it was the internet overall in the house. I thought it was here. So we reset the router this morning and stuff. I was worried about today because yesterday was a rough time. But I mean, that's the beauty of depending on our friends that are on the panel. Cliff, you yesterday it was a fantastic job. Fantastic in the mix. I watched like the first 10 minutes this morning and I was dying laughing. Like this shit was fucking hilarious.
I'm so glad. I really had a good time. And you know what? All right. Do you mind giving me a hashtag?
Sure. Hashtag Cliff.
All right. Hashtag Cliff it is.
Hashtag Cliff.
Because I realized I didn't have a show last week, and so therefore I need another thing.
Another duck.
Yep. We need to win another duck. So everybody put in hashtag Cliff. Let it roll. Let it roll.
I have to go to the post office to mail out those prints this morning. So right from here, I'm gonna change my shirt.
Yeah, so that's so funny. I am not going to change my shirt. I'm going to wear it with pride, and I have to mail out something that somebody won from Rob Fatstacks 2000 giveaway.
No, I have to change my shirt because I got on fatigue shorts and it clashes.
Oh, it's clashing.
And I wouldn't want to change my shorts. Like my shorts are good. I'll just change my shirt. But no, this is not this is my vacation stuff. So whenever I go on vacation, I always like whatever. I have a bunch of Hawaiian shirts in the whatchamacallit, like this with the white collar open, whatever, that we rock on vacation and stuff like that.
All right, I'm giving y'all 10 seconds. 10, Mississippi. 9, Mississippi. 8, Mississippi. 7, Mississippi. 6, Mississippi. 5, Mississippi. 4, Mississippi. 3, Mississippi. 2, Mississippi. 1, Mississippi. This is it. I'm rolling.
Shout out to Manny. Manny, I got you on the next questions video. So I wrote down the Swordmaster question.
Ooh, Legion of Comics.
Legion of
Comics. All right, so I'm going to do the duck race next week, which looks like it'll be June 1st, so awesome. And that is so cool. All right, so we got post office to get to. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for coffee and comics and all the other bullshit that we enjoyed. And rate it or hate it. I had a great time.
Yeah, that was fun. I had a real fun time. I enjoy going on other people's channels and talking shit. Cliff, I just want to tell you, I greatly appreciate you and our friendship and our bond that we've kind of grown over the last couple of weeks and stuff like that, and your support for the LINX squad. You are a fantastic person, both on screen and off screen. Obviously, we met in person, and I appreciate you, sir.
I appreciate you very much. You and your wife are absolutely lovely.
Nah, fuck that.
Absolutely lovely. Y'all are great. What he does, he's just good Lord. All right, everybody, thank you for joining us. Go check out Philtastic, who I'm interrupting right now. All right, I love you all.
All right, Phil.
Till next week, take care.
Peace.
And remember,
Retreat!